What's going on, everybody? Ryan the Mighty Quinn here on the Cornerman_MMA. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Comments below. Probably going to be some debate on this topic today. But I just came across, I didn't realize until today that, well, UFC Orlando's this weekend. That I knew. But I didn't realize until today that Stephen Thompson was actually an underdog. I was actually really surprised at that. And not necessarily because actually I'm just completely throwing away what happened with Kevin Holland and Hamzat Chimaev. Kevin just quit in that fight. He literally retired after, came back. So I didn't think anything of that, but I just think of the styles. I just go over this here. Yeah. Right now on DraftKings, Stephen Thompson's plus 35 underdog to under 155 for Kevin Holland. If you look at the styles matched up, I know Steven's a little bit older. He's had knee issues and it's slowed down. But Steven has a very interesting way to control the fight. Both have been losing to wrestling, not wrestlers. Let's say both have been losing to wrestlers lately. But what happens? Why do you lose to wrestlers? Because you haven't been able to close distance. Now, against weaker legs, against wrestlers, they're going to get taken out from under you, plain and simple. But against somebody like Kevin Holland, who doesn't really have he doesn't have strong wrestling whatsoever, he needs to rely on body locks against the cage for that clinch game, stuff like that, which I don't think he's been able to gauge against Stephen Thompson. I think the thing that we forget about Stephen Thompson is how precise he is with his striking and his karate. I always said I always hated fighters like Stephen Thompson, not necessarily because they're boring, but because people like me have problems with them. Earlier on in his career, he had success against wrestlers. He did pretty well against Tyron Woodley because they couldn't gauge, they couldn't get in, they couldn't close the gap. A wrestler will be able to do that now against an older Stephen Thompson than an older striker. Even like a Vicente Luke, he's not really a pure wrestler, so he had a little issues. I think you're going to see something similar to that here. And also with the striking, as I was saying, like he just has where Kevin has a little bit more traditional boxing. Steven just has that pinpoint accuracy with the striking. Now, so in order to, if Kevin's going to rush in and if he's gonna try and grab that takedown, try to turn it into a wrestling match, I think that he's going to be hit and he's going to get scored on by Steven. Now, a 5-round fight, I know my man James Lynch thought that this favors Kevin Holland. I think the opposite, actually. I think that this gives Kevin more time or Steven more time to score. I think that it's a patient game. I think that Kevin's going to be a little more impatient, especially coming off a loss. He's going to look to get those. Well, he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, so he probably is going to look to get it to the ground. But Steven's not bad in jiu-jitsu in his own right, or jiu-jitsu defense. That's the other thing. Is I think if it does get to the ground, I don't think that Kevin has the style to hold down a lankier, rangier Stephen Thompson. So that's why I just think that this fight just favors Steven so much. I think that we're going to see we're going to see Steven slowly, like a snowball effect. We're going to see him start scoring with some kicks. He's going to find his range and his distance, probably round 3 and later, maybe in the end of round 2. Don't expect fireworks in these first round 7 minutes. That's what I'm going to say about that. So, anyway, that was just my thought. I really think that we're going to see an underdog win in the main event at UFC Orlando. Let me know what you think. Bye, guys.